Hey, what is going on, YouTube? What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys out there, man? So we're here with a donation request. This comes via Buy Me a Coffee, so thank you so much for that donation request. We're going to be checking out some John Prine. I guess the song's name is Sam Stone. That could be either way. Either it could be Sam Stone singing John Prine or John Prine singing Sam Stone. Sam Stone. I haven't heard this artist before, so it's new to me, but I'm assuming it's John Prine. I'm gonna go ahead and double check before we get started, but this is brand new on the channel, brand new for me. Excited to check it out. Looks like we have a live performance here, probably. So a little bit about it here. It says Sam Stone by the great John Prine, master singer, songwriter, idolized by his peers, served in the army. God bless. Thank you, sir, very much. Drove a taxi cab in Chicago. Hey, man. I have family members that were in the taxi business as well, so that's pretty cool. Then the music. Oh, the music, man. Passed away last year. Rest in peace, Mr. John Prine, man. Excited to jump into your catalog here a little bit. Discover a song brand new to me, one that you put out into the world. Beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and jump to this song right here, Sam Stone. And got to make sure I have it turned up, man. All right, we got it turned up. Here we go, guys.
And all the way through the show.
All right.
Okay, see you, John.
Looks like an actor I've seen before a little bit.
This song I wrote a couple of years ago after I got out of the army. Sam Stone came home to his wife and family after serving in the conflict overseas. And the time that he served had shattered all his nerves and left a little shrapnel in his knee. But the morphine eased the pain, and the grass grew around his brain and gave him all the confidence he lacked. With a purple heart and a monkey on his back, there's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios.
Wow, man. Hey.
Sam Stone's welcome home didn't last too long. He went to work when he'd spent his last dime, and Sammy took to stealing when he got that empty feeling for $100 habit without overtime. And the gold rolled through his veins like 1,000 railroad trains, and eased his mind in the hours that he chose, while the kids ran around wearing other people's clothes. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes.
Makes a lot more sense now, I see.
Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios.
Dang it, man.
Sam Stone was alone when he popped his last balloon, climbing walls while sitting in a chair. Well, he played his last request while the room smelled just like death, with an overdose hovering in the air. But life had lost its fun, and there was nothing to be done but trade his house that he bought on the GI Bill for a flag draped casket on a local hero's hill. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios.
That little hum as well. Strong. It's a strong, bold song. It really is, man. I can imagine there's a lot of people who don't want to hear that message. We hear that message a lot here on the channel, and war songs, especially post-war songs, have a special place in my heart, and they always have a tug at me. And I don't think I'll ever share on this channel my own stories. They're not fun to talk about. They're not fun to think about. But that's just a part of life, and that's a part of what this music does. Is it kind of brings a bit to the surface, not fully. I can handle it. But it does. It's personal. It's personal, man. It's personal, and I know it's personal for anybody that has experience, either their own experiences in war and what you come home with, or your experiences in losing somebody, not only physically, if they're not physically here anymore, but sometimes mentally. You lose people as well that have seen things and experienced things that you can't shake for the rest of your life, it would appear. So this story is strong. It's a strong story in two aspects for me. Is because growing up, I've shared on this channel, I didn't have a lot of proper role models growing up. I looked up to the wrong people, and fortunately got on this side of the track where my life is in a good spot. But growing up when I was a kid, I didn't know how things were going to go for me. So my two greatest fears were ending up in jail or ending up homeless. Not even dead, really. Like, I guess when I was younger, you know, death would have been a release from the other two options, right? Like I said, ending up in prison for my life, or ending up homeless on the side of the street, maybe like a drug abuser and stuff. So those were real fears for me, and I'm talking like 11, 12 years old, man. These were the thoughts on my mind. I feared that that was going to be my reality, and with this song, it's a good reason why I don't necessarily pass judgment on homeless people and people who are out there struggling and drug users. Sure, there's some frustration for me when it's like family members and stuff, and you try to help, and you try your best to help steer people away from that stuff, and they still make those poor decisions time after time. There's gonna be frustration with that, but I still don't try to pass too much judgment on people who are homeless, because just like the story right here tells you, man, sometimes that bad stuff, that bad spot that they ended up, was actually behind. There was good intentions behind it at the start. This guy, he's going to serve his country, right? He's going to do the right thing. And he unfortunately, was a victim of serious trauma. He came back home. Hey, you got the Purple Heart, man. You're a hero at home. And where does he wind up, man? Shooting that stuff into his veins. Daddy's got a hole in his arm, man. That's where all the money goes. And it's like, damn, dude, that's a reality. That is a serious reality. So many people on our streets, so many homeless people, you don't know their stories behind them. You don't know how they got there. And certainly some people didn't help themselves to not be put in that position, but some people got there well out of things outside of their means, or with good intentions. A lot of abuse, so much trauma built up in so many of these people. And this is one about war right here, but I'm just saying that those stories, unless you know their exact story, man, I can't judge them. I can't judge them, because I don't know what they've been through. I mean, what if they had childhood abuse and stuff? And I'm talking way more than just a slap of the hand. You know what I mean? I mean, bad stuff happens in the world, man. And some of these people, they find themselves in these bad spots, and they really didn't have a hand to play in it. You know what I'm saying? So we've got Sam Stone right here, released in July 1971, man, recorded in Tennessee. It's got a folk, man. I love folk. Sam Stone is a song written by John Prine about a drug-addicted veteran with a Purple Heart and his death by overdose. It appeared on Prime's 1971 debut album. The song is originally titled Great Society Conflict Veterans Blues. Oh man, I actually like that name a lot, man. Veterans Blues would have just been a great way to introduce this song. That is, he changed it to Sam Stone, but Veterans Blues, man, that would have been something. The song is usually interpreted as a reference to the phenomenon of heroin and morphine addiction among Vietnam War veterans. A similar surge of addiction followed the Civil War, after which morphine addiction was known as soldier's disease. That's new to me. I didn't know that. The song does not mention the Vietnam War, saying only that Sam returned from serving in the conflict overseas. So I was wondering about that line. He popped his last balloon, and they're talking about the way that street heroin was commonly packaged in rubber balloons. That's something I'm not familiar with. Thank the Lord, right? Thank goodness I am not familiar with that. The song's refrain begins, "There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes," and concludes with the sweet songs "Never Last Too Long" on broken radios. Man, oh God, I love the writing here. I'm such a sucker for good lyrics, man. It is a true talent to be able to pin some of these beautiful songs. And I say beautiful as in the artistic ability. It is it's gives me chills. I have chills right now just because of how good people can write, man. I love it. Like I've commonly said, I'm probably more into lyrics than I am into music, although I love the music as well. I'm just saying the lyrics hit so freaking hard for me, dude. I am such a sucker for that good writing. So right here, this is what I really liked as well in this song. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. At the start of the song, I understood quickly. We're talking about a veteran, somebody post-war. When I heard there's a hole in Daddy's arm, that's where all the money goes. The first mental image I got was like a gunshot, the shrapnel that he brought up in the knee. I was like, okay, so Daddy's got a wound from the war, and that's where all the money goes. We're getting surgeries, all these medical treatments and stuff. Man, I wonder if that was almost an intentional double entendre, or if that's just the way it played out in my mind because I'm so used to music with multiple meanings, like rap and stuff like that. I love Eminem, and Eminem is one of the kings of how he's a master lyricist. Man, he will write one sentence, and the sentence literally means four whole different things. So my mind is there a lot. So we're going with "There's a hole in Daddy's arm." That's where all the money goes, where I initially took it as like a gunshot wound, a stab wound, war time stuff, and later on, it came full circle in the video where I said, "Oh, okay, he's shooting up, man. That's the hole in Daddy's arm." So really cool twist of words that it could have double meaning as well. Maybe not intended, but it has that on somebody like me who's listening for those double meanings sometimes. And as we get a little bit into John Prine, man, he is out of Illinois, Maywood, Illinois. So Mr. John, of course, we covered he passed away at the age of 73, and that was 3 years ago. Rest in peace. He did country folk, progressive country, and Americana. Would love to hear some progressive country. That sounds cool, man. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in here, Mr. John Prine, man. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful folk song right here, man. Um, I have a soft spot for this topic for sure. I have a soft spot, man. So beautiful song. Thank you so much for the donation request here, man. Outstanding. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy the reaction, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this song, because how can you not like the heartfelt words put into this song? And probably somebody right here in Mr. John Prine who had relations with people who were put in these circumstances that he sang about. So it's really, to me, a remembrance song, a spotlight song, not only for everybody out there, but especially, for those he encountered too. He wanted to bring some kind of attention to this, as many people did in the time. So I think that it doesn't go unnoticed. It doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget like, subscribe, check out the description down below for other ways you can support the channel, including becoming a member here on my YouTube, my Patreon, donation requests, man. With that being said, I'm gone. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, peace.